Hello guys and welcome to a new Let's Play. Today we're going to be playing some Victoria 2 with the Historical Project mod. I did my last Let's Play as Greece with this mod, and I definitely think this is turning into my favorite mod, and you guys seem to enjoy Victoria 2 quite a lot, so we are going to do another Let's Play. So in this Let's Play I wanted to play as something in South America. And I think I have decided to play as Colombia. I think pretty much all of these nations could be very interesting nations to play, especially the Argentine Confederation. However, I thought that since there are some events that I do not really know too much about when it comes to Argentina relating to their puppet states, I thought maybe it would be a safer bet to start out as Colombia and try to form Gran Colombia. And maybe I can try and keep an eye on the Argentine Confederation, Jesus Christ, and maybe learn a little bit more about exactly how the events and whatnot works down here. Because in this mod, the Argentine Confederation can form a nation as well. But that is for another time. Now we're going to be playing as Colombia and trying to form a Gran Colombia. It's much easier to do that in this mod than it is in the base game. The base game has a lot of weird, awkward requirements. Well, not really many. It's just that in the base game you have to be a great power. In this mod you don't. And that just makes everything better for everyone, I think. So let's jump into the game here and see what we have and try and decide what to do. And yes, for those wondering, I will be editing this Let's Play in the way I've been doing with all my Let's Plays lately, and I'm going to try and cut away the parts that I deem less than, interesting, so that we can try and have a, shorter episodes with more interesting content. Okay, so we are Colombia, and our goal is going to be to form Gran Colombia. Now there is actually a decision to claim Gran Colombia, giving you a course on everything, but that does require you being a great power, and I don't see us becoming a great power anytime soon. So, also you need to have jingoism, and we are a democracy, or republic as it is called in this mod, but we are a democratic republic basically. Which sucks because that means we cannot choose our own political parties, meaning that we cannot choose people who are jingoistic. So this decision I think we're just gonna ignore. Well, I guess we'll let it notify us in case something weird happens, but still. Other than that, we have the decision here: form Gran Colombia. Same picture as in the base game, I think, but basically we need 50 prestige, nationalism and imperialism, which is the technology, and we need to either sphere, puppet, or conquer Ecuador and Venezuela. I think we're going to try and puppet them, because that is going to be the easiest thing to do in terms of infamy. Of course, sphering them is free, but as I said, I don't really see us being a great power anytime soon, so... especially, I mean, there are many reasons for that. We are absolutely underdeveloped, so we're not exactly going to be researching a lot, so we're not going to be getting those prestige techs. We cannot choose a political party giving us industry, so we cannot industrialize, and we have a pretty low population for the sheer amount of area we start out with, so military is also going to be kind of crap. Overall, Colombia is not starting out very strong, but we will do our best. We're going to start out by encouraging intellectuals, and let us see. Yeah, because I am a bit torn on exactly what I want to do, because basically as Colombia, you are in northern South America, meaning that a bunch of people are going to want to sphere you, especially the US. So basically you need to get as much stuff as you can before people start sphering this area, because once the great powers get in here and start sphering people, you can just stop even thinking about conquering and doing anything really. So what I'm a bit torn about is, should I try and conquer Haiti first, or should I go immediately and go puppet Ecuador and Venezuela? This is not an obvious choice. And I'm not entirely sure, although I am leaning towards going against Haiti, because in my experience, the Americans will immediately rush to try and sphere them, but if we can conquer them before that happens, we can gain some nice provinces. The total population is not very good, but the important part is that they have this province, which has 100,000 people in just one province, and the good thing about that is that we might be able to recruit a unit. And finding these provinces with high pop in South America is just vital. Because even though there might be enough soldiers in all of these territories combined to give you a soldier, the game doesn't allow you to combine those into a unit. You need provinces with high population on their own in order to get units from them. So I think we're going to go for Haiti. Of course, the problem about that is that we might take 22 infamy, which is definitely going to slow down our ability to take Ecuador and Venezuela. Basically what I'm thinking here is that if Venezuela and Ecuador get sphered before we can puppet them, I'm just gonna restart, because you know, that's really all, because I mean, if we cannot puppet them, we can't really form Gran Colombia, and if we can't form Gran Colombia, we can really just give up on any dreams of ever becoming a great power or anything resembling that. So that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna immediately start recruiting artillery, because as always, I explained this in my Greek campaign. We want to do that right now, because our ability to recruit those units will most likely go away really quickly as our people realize that being soldiers is lame for some reason. We are going to do everything we can to squeeze out as much money as we can. This extreme budgeting is temporary, just really as we wait to build some stuff. Also, we need to build some navy if we're ever going to ship some troops over to Haiti. I've never actually tried to conquer Haiti as Colombia before, so I don't know if it's actually going to work out, because you do not actually start out with a navy. But we're going to try. As I said, we can always just restart if everything goes to shit. So let's build, say, 4 of them, and we gotta make sure we build them in provinces whose ports are pointing towards the right side of the ocean. That's why I did that manually. We are also going to immediately hold elections, because we are a filthy democracy, but the majority of our people are actually conservatives. So we can most likely get the conservatives in power if we just hold a freaking election. Reform blocker government, sure. That basically makes any released nations, in this case Panama, have our reforms. At least that's how I think it is. That was explained to me in the comment section of my previous Let's Play. Let's keep crises locked. That's been the general thing I've done, at least from my experience. Everything goes to shit if you do not lock them, so that is what I will do. Alright, now are we actually going to be able to build a navy? Ooh, yes we are, very good. Okay, let's start fabricating a justification for war against this guy. Conquest. Praise Jesus, Catholic Jesus, right? Yeah, Colombia's Catholic. An animist. So praise Catholic Jesus and the animists of our clay. They still exist. And so I don't know what gods the Amazonians have. Tell me in the comments if you are Amazonian. And I know Amazonian is not like a all-encompassing term. It is just the way this game represents the like gajillion native tribes and crud that are here. Okay, so let's go in and encourage state capitalism. So the weird thing is that we are going to encourage our people to become reactionary and conservative, but we're actually going to try our best to get reforms, because as an American, that is both South America and North America in this game, you are going to want to get them immigrants. That is how you just become strong. You need immigrants and you need them fast. So I'm going to use a trick. 14 infamy? Not optimal, but that does immediately open up the doors for puppeting some people. Yeah, because we have enough room in our infamy now to go puppet Venezuela, for example. Whether or not we're going to have the military to do that, that's a bit of a different question, but we will do our best. Go ahead and pay them. Peru wants access, sure thing. That means the independence war for, yeah. The war for an independent Peru against Peru-Bolivia has started. I wouldn't actually mind a united Andes, what is it called, Andine Republic? Or I guess that's what happens when it becomes an actual republic. Right now it's just a presidential dictatorship. The reason for that is that would open up some doors for conquest, but that is far in the future. So for now I will not really be concerned about it. Yeah, right, so our navy has come along. Now, do the Haitians have any navy? They have one ship. Oof, not good. I hope that's a transport, because if not, we might have issues. Right, so even if Venezuela has gone ahead and allied the Federated States of Central America, shouldn't be an issue for us, because they're going to be collapsing. I mean, if they survive, I'm going to be... Actually, I would kind of be happy, because once again, that would open up possibilities for conquest. However, the person I want to ally is Brazil. The one and only Brazil. So we're going to want to increase our relations with them as much as we can. We need that out. Oh, crap. Yep, no, our units are immediately taking attrition because I cannot supply them. That is a sad little thing that happens in this game. When you are a minor power, nobody wants to sell you anything, and so you become weak. Was that all the boats I decided to build? Yeah, it was. We're getting some artillery though, so... Alright, pay Dempt. And... yeah, let's just... I mean, if, as I said, if we're not actually gonna... if our navy is not actually going to be alive, we might as well not pay for it. And just let it die. And just pray, I guess, that it... I did not mean to click that button. And just hope that it survives long enough to get us over to Haiti. Right then. We have gotten artillery, and they just recruited in the same province we were sitting in. How practical. Let's get this guy over here as well, even if we don't actually have the boats to get him over. Once again, I don't know if this whole invasion of Haiti is smart. Let's see. Anybody influencing? Not really. How's things in Haiti? Yeah, the Americans are definitely... well, they're working... the Americans are doing more than the British are in Venezuela anyways, so... that's sort of my argument. Yeah, we are going to have that Castle Belly any day now, so... split up the army. And so much for editing this. Right. Now let's find where that navy is so we can try and sit in a place where they won't have the ability to hurt us. Right. See if we can land in their face. Nicaragua? Sure thing. I'll ally you. Anything to counter the strength of Venezuela. Now I think the fact that one nation got independence means that everyone will go independent. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I do remember I did play a campaign as the Federated States of Central America. I highly recommend it for anyone playing this mod. It is a vast amount of fun. Actually, let's land in the capital. Or actually, let's land in Santo Domingo. Because I assume that if they're going to recruit any army, that's where it's going to happen. So let's... for fuck's sake, I did not mean to click full citizenship. Also, am I getting a lot of these events? I thought this mod would make that not be a thing. I am using the newest version of HPM mod. This is new to me, the fact that this is not colonized in the beginning of the game, and these borders in general are definitely different. There are other changes as well, the fact that Macedonia is split up, and also there's an event chain that makes Congo a puppet of someone. Which sucks for us, because as always, I always want to go ahead and invade the Congo. It is always a great thing to start out the game with. Maybe not as good though, because I did read in the files or whatever that you have to pay more money for overseas maintenance now. Meaning that it is not as easy to just... you won't earn as much money, I guess, from these colonies. I still might give it a shot, but as I said, it's really not a priority right now. Peru, Bolivia, sure. I mean, it's going to increase relations, so why the hell not? Right, so let's start the terrible process of sieging in South America. Heck, I might even mobilize. Sure, let's mobilize. The quicker we can get the war over with, the better. Let's get a gathering point there. Now, let's see if we can find any... like, I'm a bit afraid that attacking Haiti in the beginning is going to make me so weak that I... oh, hello. Someone has mobilized or done something. That is definitely scary. Well, get units or get some units over here. I don't know if he's recruited those or how he pulled that off, but that is not good. And we have no leaders? Really? Well. Mexico wants an alliance. I'm a bit torn on that actually. Because I know there's going to be war between the US and Mexico, and I refuse to be drawn into something like that. Okay, yep. And also, it will sort of kill any opportunities to ally Brazil. We will see though. I think maybe for now we can accept that. Potentially they will help us in our wars against these people. In other words, they can deal with the Federated States of Central America. I also would like to ally Ecuador, because I have done some testing, and I know that that's doable. So, potentially something to look into. Alright, let's just try and do this as quickly as possible. Let's get these guys home to try and take less attrition I mean. And let's go. Ooh, gold rush, very nice. Immigrant attraction, that is perfect for us. Life rating... Medellin, oh man, now I would be really sad if we had to do a restart, if this whole adventure in Haiti was a mistake. Because that's a good event. Yeah, look at the money, oh my god. Gold rush. Whew, that is really good. That is so good, holy crap, now we can actually afford to do things, oh my god. Now I really need this event to succeed. Or, this attempt. Oh, for fuck's sake, he allied Peru? That is not a good turn of events. Anybody influencing? No. Good. Alright, let's have our only battle here. Or not, because he's gonna run away. Let's see if we can catch him here. Oh god, this is gonna be very we'll probably win, but the manpower losses are gonna be huge. And they were indeed. Oh my god. Yep, we are already down on units. Not good. Really sucks having not a single general. Also, let's take some of the more depleted regiments, send them to other places so we can surround them. Stop them from running around like this. Take the regiments that potentially might disband. And then send the rest of these guys up here. Hopefully this will prevent them from running away. And they will be properly crushed. Here we are. So that brought us down to one possible regiment. Yeah, you can definitely question whether or not this was worth it. But it is one of those things that if we do not conquer now, the odds are we might never be able to conquer this place. And I most definitely want to conquer that place. This is the worst thing about playing in South America. Sieges take forever, because you just don't have any troops. Ooh, military parade. Unmatched glory. That's the way. Alright, so there we go. We have finally done what we needed to get this guy annexed. Annex 80. Slavery! Yeah, okay. I do not know. Consciousness. Consciousness is good, at least the way it was explained to me previously. Although, honestly, there are no slaves here, so it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, the fact that Haiti is independent, that's related to slavery, isn't it? Let's start off by demobilizing. Oh god, really? We cannot feel... Oh shit, that's bad. Yeah, I do wonder whether or not we have fucked ourselves up here by invading Haiti first. We will see. We will have to see. So what gives us the most consciousness? This does. So do not extend. Let's get these troops back and see if we can somehow salvage this and somehow pop these guys. Oh crap. Guess who completely forgot to tax everyone? That will be me. Alright, fund everything except for that. Yeah, increase tariffs a bit. I had created tariffs all the way through the Greek campaign, so... We're actually gaining some immigrants. No, we're not. We were a second ago. Oh, no, never mind. Now they're coming back. Alliance from Nicaragua. I thought we already had that. I guess maybe we didn't. Well, anything to make no, not increase relations. Yeah, sure, let's accept. I'm still hoping for this guy. The political considerations are in our favor. If it hadn't been for the fact that infamy is through the roof, and that we have too many alliances. Let's actually, yeah, I'm gonna keep increasing relations with these guys, and like if we can see that the math goes in our favor, I will ditch my other alliances for Brazil. Nope. The Central American Civil War. So this dipshit is trying to... Oof. Well, I'm gonna put it up here. We're gonna see whether or not this guy joins. He has not joined yet. I am definitely scared that he might. Haitian oh my god, that's a lot of nationalists. Oof. Yeah, it's not healthy. If this place just revolts, that would be terrible. This would be pointless then. Oh man, those are a lot of units. Nah, sure, let's take the risk. Just hope that this guy does not join. Because then I would actually have to do anything, or do something, and I'm not a fan of that. And it doesn't seem like, regardless of how much I encourage soldiers, we're not going to have any more armies, are we? Yeah, nobody wants to be soldiers, sadly. Well, there's a tiny percentage here, but I just don't see that becoming 3,000 anytime soon. So let's go back to clergy, or intellectuals as they're called in this mod. I'm a bigger fan of that name, so that is fine by me. An alliance with Peru. Let's proceed with that. We have somehow lost our alliance with Mexico, and Brazil is no longer interested. However, I'm getting sneaky thoughts in my head. What thoughts, you ask? Well, we might be able to convince Peru to go invade Ecuador with us, and if we can do that... wait. Okay, never mind. Los Altos, isn't that a Mexican area? Maybe it is. No, I guess it doesn't. No, I don't know. Confused. I do remember these guys from my campaign as Greece, so... Anyways, yeah, what I'm thinking is we invade Ecuador, and then we stay at war with them, and then we invade Venezuela. Basically the whole shenanigans crap that we used to invade the Ottomans back in the Greek campaign, where we called the Austro-Hungarians into something silly so that they could not help out. Oh, for fuck's sake, what are you up to? Fighting Brazil? I don't want to fight Brazil. What? I refuse to believe that this is any important. The War of the Pacific. Oh. However, this is an opportunity. Yes. Now, can we fabricate while being at war? I do not know. However, see, what I'm thinking here is possibly, like, if we are just lucky, the Brazilians just won't bother with us, and they will leave us alone, and let us lose the war in peace. Or, you know, just do whatever. However, this might distract the Venezuelans. Although, now they are in the war too. So never mind, that won't work then. Unless we decline this and just go and try and invade Venezuela. That could be a thing to do. Yep, let's try that. We have the infamy to spare. So, FU kills some of that precious prestige. However, surely we can get more if we can successfully puppet Venezuela. I hope so anyways. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Come on. Oh well. Alright, there we go. Our Casus Belli has been acquired. That was fast. Mobilize. Get to the border and pray to the gods. Catholic Jesus and the gods of animism. Whatever type of animism this is. Pray and hope that we can somehow pull this off. Yeah, let's change that to there. And wait for them to actually mobilize up. Start funding the army. Temporarily ditch some of this funding. Bump up the tariffs a bit. Administration is not as important. Well, I mean, I am scared of the Haitian and Dominican people, but we will do our best. Alright. No, I might actually be smarter to invade from here. I'm not entirely sure. Let's go up here and let's just declare the war. Hope that Peru does not join. Nicaragua will not accept. Well, are there any last-minute allies we can grab ourselves? Potentially help us in this mess. Bolivia, of all people, would you ally me? Yes, he would. Very well. He will ally Bolivia, of all people. And hope that he will join our silly war. Alright. Clear war, make puppets. No one will accept, for fuck's sake. Well, I'll call them in anyways. Fuck those guys. Right. Oh, invade! Attack! Traitors Nicaragua. Oh crap, Peru did join. Oh, this might be bad. This might be very bad. Right, so there's going to be a battle here. And let's march. Oh god, the losses. Why do we suck so hard? No! Well, there we go. The battle has turned. Yeah, we wrecked them. They are going to their capital. We will follow them. And we will annihilate them. Very good! Okay, so now we just hope that Brazil can somehow deal with Peru. And that we don't have to care. Oh, we can recruit a unit. Build it. Port-au-Prince. Beautiful. Scare ourselves some of that cavalry. Even if it sucks, I will have it. I need cavalry to occupy things a bit faster. Alright, let's sit here and do that first, just because there's a unit that is going to get recruited here. Nicaragua, yes. Join my war, you dip. Traitor. Oh well. As you can see, I'm blockading everything as well, as you do. Okay, we're starting to lose money now. As the war is heating up and getting worse. Oh shit, did they peace out? Oh no, they did. Not good. Well, I'll keep up the occupations over here. Costa Rica, join me. Join my war. Will not accept. Fuck you. God damn it. Ay. This got a lot worse right now. Alright, I've amassed my entire army here. I am basically just hoping at this point that we have crippled the efforts of Venezuela to do any fighting. I've occupied their population centers, so hopefully that keeps them from building any more units. So now we're going to go in for the attack on Peru here. I have amassed an army twice their size, with freshly recruited cavalry from the island of Haiti. They are proving their worth, despite being a bit, you know, not interested in being in my nation, but uvel. The fuck was that sound? I'm gonna go check that in case it's some Windows crap where they're gonna restart my computer. No, I didn't see anything. I mean, did you guys even hear that sound? Dumb question, as you are watching this in a different time frame or whatever than me and that I'm recording it. But still, anyways, regardless, let's go in for the attack. Make sure this army arrives first. So, you're gonna run away, are you now? That is so not okay. Well. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to take the all pubs in Hispaniola where is north, no, not North Andean. Ooh. In the entire province, lose 5%. I don't think that's worth it. These guys are gonna be pissed regardless. Let them have some consciousness instead. Alright. Ooh, that's so much attrition. Holy fuck. Alright, wreck them. Destroy them, please. Thank you. Really? Don't tell me. You nuisance. He's gonna run up to there. Very well. We will hunt them down and start working. This crap again? No, bide our time. You don't even know. I keep getting alliance requests from these guys and I keep telling me, yes, I will, but join my fucking war. That's what this is all about. And they're like, nope. And like a second later, like, oh, I want to join the, like, I want to fucking be your ally. And I'm like, yeah, join my war then. They're like, no. And then the process repeats itself. Oh, the force limits are so bad. That's the sad thing. Like, you need a certain amount of troops in order to be able to occupy fast enough. Let's get cannon. I assume those are dying off as well. No, not really. They're actually doing kind of fine. But I don't want to recruit too much of that crappy cavalry. As it is a very sort of... yeah, it's not a thing we're going to be having for too long. Hopefully anyways. Oh, fuck off. You shit. Very nice. Peru wants white peace, and they are not the war leader. So that kicks them out, and now we are just fighting the Federated States and Venezuela, which is plenty easier. I don't know, maybe I could even get peace with him. Let's see here. No, he's not into it. Uvel. So be it. Ah, there it is. Peace. Do we really have that much war score? No, we don't. But they are still okay with it. Yeah. We have received a peace offer from Venezuela. They are offering us the following terms. Venezuela becomes a puppet of Colombia. Proceed. And there it is. Satellite of moi. Very good, very good, very good. Now let us see if we can walk away and get home here. Demobilize. Let's chill for a while. Oh yeah, quickly before it becomes impossible, let's go ahead and do some reforms. I'm actually thinking I'm going to sort of abuse this. What? Moralism? Sure. Moralism is good. Might give us some nice reactionaries. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe when I go to war, inevitably, with Ecuador, what I might do against them is just sit and occupy everything they own and just let the militants tick up. So I can just pass reforms like crazy. I remember doing that in my campaign as these guys. I remember invading Uruguay and just sitting on their territory and doing nothing. And I just passed reforms like crazy. Let's start out with the normal one. Let's start out with political rights. So start that sweet, sweet assimilation. That's the good thing about playing... That's a really good thing about playing in America. There's actual assimilation possible. So, even if you start out with territories that are like Central American, like this area is, by the end of the game, it might actually be quite North Andean. So, very nice indeed. What? The United Kingdom goes bankrupt of all nations. What on earth have you been doing? That is hilarious. Sadly, that makes them dislike me. That's not safe, so I'm gonna get those relations back up. 5th? Look at that! It seems like the Federated States might actually be able to incorporate Los Altos. Of course, when they win the war, they'll most likely just form... what is this place called? Guatemala. Because there is the decision to form that if you lose everything else. And, I mean, why not, right? Oh wait, they have cores? Ooh, interesting. Maybe I could do some vassal feeding. I'm not going to though, that's not a priority. And we have been able to recruit very nicely from Hispaniola, and I'm not even encouraging. So, seems like the conquest of Hispaniola really was smart. I'm starting to believe. It depends. They might revolt against our rule and kick us out of their little island, but, you know. We can hope. They have one dude ready to rise up already. We could suppress their independence movements, but I don't know, it feels like that's just gonna make things worse. Abolitionism. Ooh, they are pissed. Well, I would much rather have our people be pissed about slavery than pissed about independence. I mean, we don't have that many slaves, do we? Nah, just the 5%. And I think slaves early, like I have been wondering about that like many times. Tell me, actually, if you guys want to tell me in the comments, any of those Victoria 2 pros who helped me out in the Greek campaign, telling me all the shit that I did not understand. I mean, I've learned so much. I kind of understand what plurality is, so... Yeah, if you want to tell me, like, when is slavery good and when is it bad? Basically, the way I've understood it is that early game, it's good because slaves boost the output of goods. So you get more stuff, which sells and you get more money. However, later it becomes bad because when you start industrializing, you want those slaves in factories, and you cannot actually put slaves in factories for some reason. So you need to free them, or quote-unquote free them. But let's not get all proletarian socialist rambling here. So that's the way I've understood it. Also, something is like I guess it's the way I've understood it. It is good to keep slavery as long as you can. For example, like if you can colonize Africa with slavery legal, you'll keep all these slaves in these territories. And basically, if you do that, you get more stuff for your industry in your homeland. So say you're playing as France, you might actually gain from keeping slavery all the way through the game because you have a bunch of slaves working for you in Africa, while the industry earns from that at home. It's kind of like how the Americans did it. In the southern states, you have slaves producing the raw goods, producing the cotton, who then transports that up to the northern states, who industrializes, or who changes it from raw cotton to textiles, and then you sell that to other people. I might be a bit oversimplified, but that's the way I've understood it. But correct me if I'm wrong. I would love to hear. I would love to learn. And of course, when I say these kind of terrible things, it is, of course, I mean, no shit, I recognize that slavery is terrible. But it's Paradox game, right? It's like when you play EU4 and you go complete genocidal maniac in the New World. So it works the same way. Anyways, though, I think we're going to end this episode here, probably being quite long, because I know I've been talking quite a lot in this episode, because a lot of stuff has happened in that. I say I've talked a lot, and I obviously can't talk. But yeah, a lot of stuff has happened in this episode. We're now just going to be sitting around and waiting for our infamy to take down, so that we can puppet Ecuador. And once we can do that, we are one step closer to forming Gran Colombia. Yeah, we just need to get to nationalism and imperialism, which is going to take a while because our research points are shite. But it's definitely coming along nicely. So thanks so much for watching this episode. I hope you're looking forward to the rest of this Let's Play, and until next time, bye.